The month of October is coming in light, 40% less than last year. Is this time to panic? I say yes or not. After we look at that, we're going to take a look at the future vehicle teasers, the silhouettes that showed up for ships coming out in the next 12 months. I have some pretty exciting new... Actually, it's not exciting. It's just theory crafting, but I'm excited. So let's go and do this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am Montoya. All right, month of October for this year is coming in so far at 8 million with 2 days left in the month. 43% lower than last year same time. Why? Well, for one thing, they only sold the MISC Starlancer, and I suspect a lot of people are probably in the same boat as me in that we already have ships which do what this does. This overlaps what other ships in your current hangar do already. Well, this is my story anyway. Now, I do love the design of this. This is a chunky freelancer. It does look gorgeous. I'm a big fan of the design language and everything. Actually, all the new ships recently this past year have just been spectacular. I mean, look at the inside of this thing. It's got the med beds. It's amazing. I'm a big fan of the direction that they've gone. But when it comes to these particular ships, the Starlancers here, I gotta say, there are ships I already have which do the job already. And for $295, not the cheapest, but if you are new and you're just arriving in Star Citizen and this does fill a role in your fleet that you need, then I would say absolutely go for it. Me personally, I skipped on this one, and I suspect a lot of people skipped on that too, which is why we are here. But on top of that, consider that CitizenCon this year, the CitizenCon we just had in the UK, was probably the most expensive one yet. Not only the ticket price, but if you live anywhere in Americas, you had to fly across the ocean, get the hotel, transportation. It's an expensive trip. After all that, you're probably not spending a lot of money on ships, which is why the only ship they sold was the Starlancer, as opposed to giving us a portfolio of 5-6 different ships to choose from, which will come soon, by the way. So check on how they did, which was not shabby. I mean, they did 3.4 million the week before, and this most recent week, another 3 million. So let's call it 6.5 million over the last 2 weeks. Good. Not bad at all. So when are the new ships coming out? What is going to be coming out? Well, they gave us the teasers, which are this. And what caught my eye immediately was that Fat Fury, but right below that, what the hell is that thing? Let's take a look at what the great minds on Reddit think. So this is the Argo CSV, which is the pickup truck, which we've already seen and is out. Next to it is going to be a gray cat of some kind. Next to that is going to be an Anvil Atlas variant. Is this the base building one? I'm not sure what are the variants we'll need in that class of vehicle, but going down below that, now here's where it gets interesting. We did see during the Squadron 42 trailer a Hornet with 2 engines, and I was asking, well, that's a variant we have not seen. Will it go for sale? And so there are 2 Hornet variants we're seeing silhouettes of over here. One is the Tracker, which has that radar dish on top, but the other one, I don't know, is possibly the Ghost also. Is that the stealth version of the new one? That is possible. It is very possible. Moving on, next to that, we have the Medical Terrapin. Yes, crowd favorite. That is what I'm looking at right there. Yeah? Anvil Terrapin Medevac. Yes. I think this will be a hot seller. I think a lot of people definitely like the direction. This is straight out of Cyberpunk, right? Trauma Team, this is exactly out of that. It is beautiful. I'm tempted, although medical gameplay isn't my loop, but we'll see when it comes out. I think it's going to be good. And here is my personal anticipated ship, which is the Fat Fury, otherwise known as the Mirai Guardian. Yes. As long as it's not too expensive, this is definitely going to find a home in my fleet. I just like the weird-looking shapes. I like the TIE Fighter kind of shape of it. It's definitely, whatever it is, I'm going to get it, whatever it is. Next to it is going to be a MISC Fortune. Now, is this a mining ship? Looks like that's a mining attachment in the front there. Very possible. And the interesting one here is going to be what looks like the Crusader Intrepid. Some theory crafting that the Intrepid is going to be a starter ship. I don't know. It looks kind of big for a starter ship. Now, we do have some possible footage. If this is the Crusader, there is some possible footage which we saw over here. Was this it? Yes, this was it. All right. So this is first the medevac. Okay. Oh no, this is an anvil ship. Oh yeah, Terrapin. Yes. So this looks like it could be the medical Terrapin. Flashing lights. Red. Definitely. It's the perfect ship for it. I'd like to think that that is the back end of it, is it? It were the fans of the Terrapin that pushed CIG to do this, because I don't know if this was originally meant or if they thought it could do this role, but being heavily armored and small, it's perfect. So here is what is possibly the Intrepid. So size 3 weapon. We don't know if it's going to be asymmetrical, if you can tell from this, but if we take a look at the inside now, here. Single hallway, pilot seat in the center. On the right, you have the cabin. No telling if there's anything on the left, which implies maybe some asymmetry. We don't know. But if they go the direction of the Mercury Star Runner, that'll be okay with me. So that was basically what is very possibly the Crusader Intrepid. All right. If it is a nice single-seater, medium fighter, starter ship maybe, I don't know. I'm considering it. If you are new and you're wondering why would anyone buy starter ships or small ships, keep in mind that once the jump points are in, there'll be certain jump points which only take small ships. And so small ships will be able to get around the universe much faster than the larger ones. Moving down to now what I think is the most interesting of what we saw. Now, the wings are very much like the Corsair, so this is a Drake, but I can't for the life of me figure out how this thing works. Is it going to swivel? I mean, it seems to be standing on a big foot or some kind of thruster possibly. I like weird shapes. I will definitely be interested. It's definitely asymmetrical, and I don't know what the hell to make of it. I just can't see, but interesting. I'm looking forward to see what that could be. Moving on, we have down here the RSI Apollo. If it is the RSI, is it the Apollo? I can't tell, but if it is the RSI Apollo, then we know what it is. It is very cool. Misk Star Lancer over here, which is the TAC. I think is it the one we've seen, or maybe it's the base builder one. And moving down to the Perseus. Beautiful. What can I say about the Perseus that has not been said 1,000 times before? I'm really hoping this is what I think it's going to be. And, everyone wants that one ship, which is their go-to ship all the time. I think the Perseus is the perfect balance between size and utility. I just hope that the pilot can control at least one of these guns. There's one on the top, one on the bottom. And looking forward to seeing this come out. It should not be too long. It should not be too long. I hope it doesn't take too long. Moving down, we have the Ironclad, which was recently sold, and down to the Pioneer, the new downsized Pioneer, which we saw, which I think is looking beautiful and is turning out to be what will be probably one of the most essential ships in the game. So out of all of these, for me personally, the Fat Fury, absolutely yes. The Crusader ship, whatever it's going to be, maybe. And whatever the hell that thing is, absolutely yes on that too. Let me know, what are your thoughts? What is going to tickle your fancy with these? Give me your comments below. If you like my content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, you animals. I'll catch you in the next one.